that they got away with, but yeah, again, Luke Pearce is spot on, and you've got to take the height of the tackle down there, and the Jackals over the ball. He said he would have rewarded that if it wasn't for the high tackle. So some great communication, and I think some enterprising play by Ireland, which is really positive.
Yeah, when you look at Byrne ducking in there, he's so low to the ground. Paul Willems is 6'7", I think he is, and big with it. It's a long way down, but if you can't get if you can't get low enough, you got no choice. First of all, you've almost got to let the ball and his head go past you and hit the hips on the way down. They're at a similar height to their head, shoulders, neck. You've almost got to let him make a metre so you can not hit him high. It's tough to do, but it is possible. I see Courtney Law's a similar height. He's never hitting people high. You can get down there.
Yeah, it's incredibly difficult to do, especially when you've got a defensive coach on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday telling you you've got to make a tackle that puts the attacker back, and you can't let him steal those yards away from your team because it's costly. So yeah, it's challenging, but the laws have changed and probably for the better.
And that was challenging too, that kick for Ross Byrne, and Johnny Sexton appreciates the skill there. He did it with a conversion. He was immediately saying he was happy to go for the post, not his call, but he was saying to his captain, I don't consider this to be a problem, neither the distance nor the pressure of the moment, and there's 2 points in it.
Cracking kick that, game on.
I love the confidence as well as a captain when you've got the kicker coming to you saying, I have this, it certainly makes it an easier decision.
En jeu, France, en jeu. Ireland, use it.
Once again, it's used with the high kick, and Dulac comes rushing in to make another brilliant catch, but he doesn't have the ball for very long. Furlong to Byrne. Here's Lowe, again joins midfield from his wing position. Henshaw from Ringrose now to Earls. Keith Earls looks for that spin out of the tackle. Tyg Byrne. Having lost their opening game, Ireland know that they have to win this. Haven't lost their first two matches.
Ireland, use it.
Before in a Six Nations campaign. You have to go back to, and it was the Five Nations. They lost all four in the season. Back in the 90s. Low. Is it worth chasing? No. Looked too long from the moment it left the boot. And he will have known better than anybody else.
That's a shame, that lovely bit of footwork to free himself, but just got underneath it, didn't he?
Just a little bit too much pressure. I thought he'd done a great job to get away from the defender. Had a little bit more time and potentially could have run a couple of more steps, but
thanks, man. If you stay as full,
we saw timeline of the try score today. Okay. Changes being made. Some try scorers from last week. Dylan Cretin on for France.
Yeah, no, of course.
The opening try of the tournament. And Teddy Thomas is out there as well. He got two in Rome, replaced by Penaud, try scorer.
Okay, stay 10 Ireland. I read
France today.
We talk about having Tyg Furlong on the bench. What about Teddy Thomas? Wow, what a replacement.
Chalanchu goes off for Cretin. Also, Rini Antonio is on in the front row for France. Marchand still out there.
Okay, hands away. Good work, 8. No.
Through the hands of Antonio. But it's not a knock-on. These are the little things, if they go for you, can mean so much now.
You're dead right, he did.
In such a tight game. Ficou and Jalibert coming around to find Thomas. Makes a very rare error. An attacking situation like that, Thomas.
Scrum Ireland.
It certainly looked like Ireland were under pressure there when Jalibert came around using his pace to really expose some of the forwards. I thought that the French were looking like they were trying to play for a penalty. They know what's on this game. They tried to set up a maul off the first phase, and they really smart defence by Ireland pulled it over and didn't let it get set up.
It was Gibson Park setting himself there to come in that time. It was the right call because they had cover that time from Lowe.
The cover was there, but it did look threatening. Ultimately, a poor pass from Jalibert.
Okay then, bind up, left of the line.
John Lama for Keith Earls.
Set. Fine. Set.
Really combined efforts there, both sets of forwards. Henshaw.
Stop in front, stop 13.
Thomas goes quickly. He sort of knew he would. Dulan. Thomas. Good chase from Ireland. They've cut off the space very quickly. There's Henshaw again, who started it with that selfish rumble of 2 or 3 metres. Sort of unseen stuff that his colleagues will really appreciate. And then the chase, they'll appreciate that as well. And they'll appreciate all that Stander's doing in this game.
Advantage! Advantage!
That's sloppy. And a bit tired as well.
Over.
And France have a chance to strike again.
Tres,
Villiers
Messi.
chases. There should be enough time for Lowe, and there is. And he whacks it right back from where it came.
France aren't going quickly this time. While 12 minutes still on the clock when Teddy Thomas took the quick line out, you think to yourself, you got too long, too many minutes to go to see it out with pick and goes. You've got to keep playing, but that seemed a bit reckless, and the kick chase and the counter-rucking from Rhys Ruddock and his mates, fantastic. Really good effort from the Irish defence.
Rhys Ruddock's been exceptional today. He's a real unsung hero of Leinster. Captain the province is a very, very young man, and I think he's been player of the month 3 times for Leinster already this season, so really deserves his opportunity in green. He's been around for a while. He will never let you down.
France complète encore.
Cian Healy, that blood again. Yes, Rhys Ruddock.
5-man Ireland.
Player of the month, October, November, December. That deserved a Christmas bonus.
Hang on, just
certainly did. I think he's probably a little bit unlucky in that the quality that Ireland have in the back row. But certainly, when he came into the team today, everyone knew that he wouldn't let anyone down.
Good leap there from Cretin. Jordan Lama, another player returning from a spell out with injury. And finding his way again. Talk about talent off the bench. How much has this man got?
He can do things with his feet that we would like to see in the nightclub that Flas can't get into.
And that guy, Dupont's he's had some lovely touches. He's largely well marshalled by the Irish defence. It's performed really nicely. This big Taufa Fanua comes on, another massive unit off the French bench.
Okay.
Big guy swap for big guy. It's handy in this game.
9, 10 or ici.
Scores Willemse, 17 tackles to his name today. Olivon, so shouting to the ref again.
Advantage.
Some of it coming from Furlong, but it's France who've got the penalty call.
It can just be really tempting when you get up in the line out and you get really close to nicking the ball. Hope Olivon's all right for himself and, of course, in the French team. You get up in the air, with too much contact in the air. You're allowed to get up and compete, and I think a bit of physical contact is expected, but Type it's a real, he hasn't jumped across there. His lifters have almost chucked him across, as we spoke about earlier. So while he looks like he's going up vertically, he's going up, he's covering enough ground across the middle, closing enough of the gap to collide in mid-air. You're not allowed.
It must be so challenging for those second rows. They want to go, they want to disrupt the line out, they want to go after the ball. They're reaching as far as they can. It's within their grasp. It's just they can taste it, and then they just lose body shape and find themselves giving away an easy penalty.
Well, the captain regains his feet. We should say what's coming up in round 3. For a week off next week in the Six Nations, it will be Italy versus Ireland as our live game on ITV and STV on the 27th of February. What shape will Ireland be in? How important will that game be to them in the context of the title challenge? There's another big kick. Jalibert. As close as that, and Ringrose to Lama, who looks to show those feet.
No, backing out.
Could be critical. Gap stays at 2. 8 minutes left.
Off an Irish leg, so France ball. Good.
Jalibert will be hugely disappointed with that kick. He missed his first kick to the left and the ball moved probably 5 metres from right to left, and again that one moved, and potentially should have started it inside the right post just to let that shape take its natural course, but yeah, it could be very, very costly.
That's what Galtier thought of it.
Time on.
Galtier.
You'll stand up, sit down.
Only the ball, not the player.
I think he's got his mask on, and I don't speak French, but I don't think he's overly pleased with that.
There's enough to see about the glasses, as trendy as they are. There's nothing to do with the mask that time. All to do with the kick. He gets away with it though, glasses like that. He really does. Some people just can. He's one. Here's Marchand, off to Dupont. Hands off, and hands off again. Here goes Dupont, he needs support. He's got it from Leroux. Kick might not matter if France get a try here. Aldrit. Here's Jalibert as a runner, and Fickou and Vincent.
No!
Ireland flying in to make these tackles. They have to keep France out
into the
here.
tackle, play on. Turnover.
Coming back on the Ireland side, and it was a knock-on.
No advantage. Great competition, but it was knocked on by Ireland.
It is France to put in.
Tom, there's nothing to check. The guy jumped.
Julian Marchand and Antoine Dupont have combined a couple of times really, really well today. They work very nicely together. Really good break off the back from Marchand. If you're going to break off the back with them all on your own and leave your mates behind, you've got to do something with it. Gets the ball away.
Okay, come on, let's
Not
go.
quite sure how Dupont made that much ground, but he did.
Again, he's not the biggest of guys, but he's managed to break 3 tackles there. Tadhg Furlong just pushing him off, using his right hand and getting quick enough to get up that left touchline. And I thought it was a fantastic tackle by Will Connors there, who's just on the field as well.
Brilliant tackle. They've to have marshalled him really well, but that guy Marchand has had a really, really strong game. He thought he was getting subbed off 10 minutes ago. Unnecessary shuttle, turned him back. You're playing well, you can stay on.
Nothing worse when he's telling the coaches, I'm pretty tired, I should come off now. And they go, yeah, you're coming off. Actually, no, you're doing well.
The coaches always say, put your hand up. Lads, if you're running on empty, put your hand up. He put his hand up and they said, tough.
Crouch.
Put your hand up again, you're doing a great job. Keep going.
Bind. Set.
France know a try here could just about seal it.
France.
Dupont. Excellent work by Will Connors. Another young player coming off the bench to make an impact there.
Just brilliant from Will Connors. Really, really sharp. Talk about Dupont being a bit slow in his drills if you want getting the ball away. That isn't what happened for me. I think Connors has come on, he's razor sharp.
I thought he tackled you and tackled your arm, so he is okay. The ball is in your hands.
Class.
Come on.
He's done a great job. He's made a great tackle a second ago. He's made a tackle on Dupont there and then got up and affected a turnover at the breakdown.
While the ball's in the scrum, he's got to stay bound, or give the impression of staying bound, even if it's with a fingertip. And he stayed there, and he timed it beautifully. And the man who was player of the match on his debut in the elongated Six Nations of 2020 is Italy in the autumn. It's a telling contribution, but can it turn the match around? There goes Marchand. He is relieved now by Pierre Bougarit. The player with the La Rochelle club, where the Irish great Ronan O'Gara finds himself coaching these days.
Fine. Time off, please, Andrew. New players, stability. We're finding it hard to get stability since you guys have been on. Sort it. Come on. Okay, quick reset.
It was all over the place, that.
Nouveau joueur, stabilité.
Looked like it was going to collapse before they even engaged then.
Okay, time on.
It can be against someone like Uini Atonio, can affect how you set up. He's just so big. French 18, the big tight on this side. There's a lot of big men around. There ain't many as big as him. He is quite enormous, and it's not that it's intimidating, it just can affect your angles a little bit. You think, how am I going to get under a 58-inch chest?
Nearly 23 stone.
If the match day program's to be believed, I think we wouldn't mind adding a couple onto that.
You wouldn't think the French would be cynical enough here to maybe have a couple of resets to take a little bit of time off the club fats?
No way, doesn't happen.
Ireland, use it!
France Do keep it up, so do Ireland, but referee encourages Ireland to use it, and they need no second invitation. How can they get inside the French half to do what they have to do? Losing bonus point last week could look very useful if they win this game. We have a losing bonus point at the moment in this match, and if it's just 2 losing bonuses,
Ireland,
then they don't amount to very much. Gibson Park again, Lowe will try and conjure something out of this, but Thomas acrobatically wins it. And France have control again.
What a take that was, phenomenal.
That's one of those decisions that you really have to commit to, and you're hoping that the TMO doesn't come in and say that someone went over, because he looked like he went over the back of James Lowe there, which could be a card.
Small margins.
No, he's put on by the winger.
Thomas goes again. Gibson Park had to keep it in and did. Lowe back to Gibson Park. That's inspirational stuff. But the flag is up now. And if Bourgarit had a flag, he'd be putting it up as well.
And what a piece of interplay between Gibson Park and Lowe. Really strong take, perfectly placed kick just outside the 22, so he couldn't mark it. Teddy Thomas did everything right. Gibson Park got the ball away, told his mate he was still on his feet, and he was there. Really lovely stuff. No one else to pass to in the end. It was so good, they left their mates behind.
6-man Ireland. 18 is receiver.
Olive on side have got it down to just about 2 minutes now.
Hold!
There's a Tony along with Kolinga. 2 replacement props. Trying to get their side over the line. It's the halfway line at the moment, but this will do for France if they stay out of trouble, stay out of range.
Think about using.
Penalty will do for Ireland, but they've got to get closer. Ruddock tries to catch Dupont. Connors gets him. Ficou realising that was a problem emerging, developing. Quickly in.
Enough.
Dupont
Use it.
still looks like he's out for a stroll. Nothing affects this man.
You just pushed him in the back.
That time there is an infringement on the chase. And this gives Ireland their chance. There's no kick for the corner this week, but this one has to find touch, and it needs to be decent.
Well, this will give Ireland an opportunity to have a line out to strike, to hold on to the ball and see if they can finish the job that they couldn't do against Wales.
Discipline.
It's a good kick from Dupont. You're right, it looks very relaxed. But it's those little bits of detail, shoving someone in the back. You just can't get away with stuff anymore, it gets spotted.
Kelleher kept Ireland in it with the try. Famous drop goals from Sexton in Paris at the end of this fixture. Can Ireland find this score? However it looks, Henderson to Connors. Gibson Park. Here's Furlong. France have to keep their discipline. Problems at the breakdown against Italy last week have been addressed. And they need to continue in that vein, the French, to make it 2 from 2. Lama getting dangerously close to the touchline. The clock is red. Gibson Park out to Byrne. Henshaw hoping for that French mistake, Ireland. But staying in the zone, advancing little by little here. It's another thrilling finish to a Six Nations game. There's Byrne. Gibson Park, Ross Byrne, Henshaw. Touchline, Larmanos gets away from it. France try and hold him up. Ficou looks in hope at the referee. The man chosen by Sean Edwards to marshal this defence.
Don't buy it, 9.
He'll be happy with what he sees at the moment. Furlong. Ireland aren't advancing here. Ringrose. Ross Byrne. They're all getting a touch. Keenan now.
He has the ball. Ireland, no
Luke
hands.
Pearce can see it, so can France. They've held
Onside,
out.
22. Use
They're
it.
going to win in Dublin for the first time in a long time. Ireland know what this means too. 2 defeats for them to start the championship. But the title very much on for France now. And this will be so satisfying for this French team. They came here knowing that Ireland would take some beating. That's exactly how it turned out. And it's a first win in Dublin since 2011. Will it be that first title since 2010?
So it's France who close out the win in Dublin, tackling themselves to a standstill, holding off a spirited Irish fight back. They're top of the Six Nations table tonight. We'll get reaction from Dublin after the break.
Rolling down the oranges della via, sono le vitamine, mamma mia. E che sei italiana, half americana, un po' siciliana. Everybody say I love you.
There's a certain kind of person who doesn't take no for an answer. They don't walk in quietly. They parade in, trailblazing, eyebrow raising, status quo breaking. There's a certain kind of person who doesn't wait for greatness. They make it.
For a limited time only, the Grand Big Mac is back at McDonald's. And there's nothing grander than a Grand Big Mac.
Do you ever think of what your skin goes through every day? In game time and playtime. Dove Men Plus Care protects and cares for your skin with triple action moisturizer and 48 hours protection.
Everyone is competing with something, and that's okay. Competition is a good thing. Not the kind that makes us bitter, the kind that makes us better. So we're proud to support Connacht, Leinster, Munster and Ulster Rugby. While most folks share for one, we support all 4 provinces. Because we live and work in all 4. And round here, competition is a good friend. It fuels us, connects us, pushes us past whatever stands in our way. And when we fall on the pitch or off it, it picks us up and reminds us, once you begin, you must never stop competing.
Player Viper. Viper wins.
He's all coming now, watch out.
Okay, cover me. Can you see him? Oh.
On your left, on your left.
There's like 6 coming towards us.
Nice moves.
You too.
Thank you. Get him.
To the head, to the head.
Nice one.
You've got it.
Quest complete.
Fillet of fish from a dish. Big Mac down a cul-de-sac. And even under a drying rack. cheese sides for gaming vibes. Nugs on rugs, or a share box to the river. Because yes, we deliver.
It's 2 from 2 for